Hey everybody, welcome to Quarantine Kitchen. I'm back in Cocktail Corner where I'm going to show you how to make another delicious drink. After last week's episode on the mutton snapper, a lot of you wrote in and said, hey, can we get some more classic cocktails? Absolutely. Today I'm going to teach you the classiest of classic cocktails, the Old Fashioned. To paraphrase the poet, not as clumsy or random as a mutton snapper, the Old Fashioned is a more elegant cocktail for a more civilized palate. Now, the Old Fashioned is perhaps the most classy of all cocktails, but it's also very easy to make and you don't need a lot of ingredients, so that's a big plus as well. Here's what you're going to want. You're going to want a rocks glass. You're going to need sugar. I'm using sugar cubes because again, we're keeping it classy here in Cocktail Corner. That's our #1 priority, as always. But you can use regular sugar, that's just fine. You're also going to need bitters. I've got orange bitters. Now normally people will use regular bitters, but any flavored bitters is fine. I use orange bitters because the typical garnish for an old fashioned is a slice of orange peel. But on occasion I have a little bit of trouble slicing citrus, so what I do is I go with the orange bitters to get that orange flavor, and then for a garnish I use Luxardo cherries. They really dial the drink up to 11, if you know what I'm saying. You're going to need that. You're also going to need ice. Regular ice works just fine. I like to use, I've got these molds that give you big balls of ice, and it's not necessary, but I'll be honest, I've lost count over the years of how many times I've used my big balls, and I've never once regretted it. So, something to think about. Either way, you're going to want ice. And then finally, the most important ingredient, whiskey. Now, the classic recipe for an old fashioned calls for either bourbon or rye. Both are excellent choices, and they're the natural go-tos for a reason. They're the most delicious in this drink. But really, any whiskey is going to get the job done. I don't have any bourbon or rye. As it turns out, I'm all out of bourbon and rye. Quarantine's been going on a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, you know what I mean? And I had a brief moment of panic, not really, earlier today when I was gathering the ingredients, and I realized, oh my gosh, I am completely out of whiskey. Like I said, almost lost my mind. I didn't really, but a little bit of a flutter in the heart, and but luckily I found in the back of the liquor cabinet some Jack Daniel's Green Label, which is technically whiskey, so it's going to work. And disaster narrowly averted. I'm kidding, that's not true. But anyway, yeah, you don't want to run out of whiskey, right guys? So anyway, let's go ahead and mix our cocktail. So, start with your glass. You're going to take 1 sugar cube, or just like a teaspoonish of sugar if you're using regular sugar. Put that in your glass. Take your bitters. Do 2 dashes of bitters, kerplunk, kerplunk. That's plenty. Then I also like to put like a teaspoon of water. Just use my spoon, a little bit of water in there. Kind of helps to dissolve the sugar, take the edge off a little bit. Get my muddler, I muddle the sugar, get that in there nice. There we go. Then I also like to just go in and just kind of stir it up a little bit. Just kind of like help that sugar dissolve. I don't like it when the sugar gets stuck to the bottom of the glass. Not that big a deal. Either way. Then, take your big ball of ice, drop it in. Do it like that. Perfect. And then have your jigger ready. You're going to put in 2 ounces of whiskey. Like I said, bourbon or rye, but preferably come on. Just give me a second. God, I don't even know how long it's been since I've tried to open this thing. Oh man. Okay, come on. Come on. Hang on. Okay, come on. Okay. Damn it, open. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Just sometimes, the caps get a little tight.
have to. You have to open. I can't keep going if you don't open.
Save me, Whiskey Jesus! Yeah! 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 We're back, baby. Yeah! Okay. What do we say? 2 ounces? Pfft, 2 ounces, my ass. There we go. We're in quarantine, baby, and there's only one rule in quarantine. That's you can never go anywhere ever again. Beyond that, there are no fucking rules. All right. Pour your whiskey. Cherry time? Oh, no. Two cherries. 3 cherries. Oh, yeah. That's right. Dial it up at 11. I'll show you. 11. There we go. Oh. That's good. Oh, my precious. And that's how you make an old-fashioned. A more elegant cocktail for a more civilized palate. Cheers, and thanks for watching.